Did you know that you get many different kinds of karma, and altogether there are about 11 different kinds of karma? Let's talk about that. In astrology, we believe in the concept of karma, and we believe that our actions in the past and in our past lives do have influences and repercussions on what happens to us now. Today, I'm going to explain to you guys the many different kinds of karma you get and how you actually create this karma in your life. So the first kind of karma is personal karma. Personal karma is basically all the bad actions and deeds that you did in your past life that you never actually resolved, and now you carry the bad karma with you in this life. Personal karma can basically be compared to when a person is born in an unlucky life and they don't know why they're born so unlucky. A person with a high amount of personal karma will constantly be experiencing hardships and challenges, and they'll constantly just find themselves in very unfortunate and unlucky situations in their life. The reason for this is because they created a lot of bad karma in their past life, and in this life they kind of have to pay for it. The next kind of karma that you get is called group karma. So group karma is basically when an entire group of people decides to do something. So here's a way to explain this. Let's say, for example, you have a whole bunch of leaders and CEOs in charge of a company. Now, let's say this company has about 500 people who works for the company, and 50 people in this company are the leaders or the CEOs or whatever. Now, these 50 people make a choice to cut the rest of the people in the company's salaries down. Now, through that entire group of people making the decision to cut the rest of the employees' salaries, every person involved in that group will experience their karma coming back to them through that action. So group karma basically works in a way where a whole bunch of people will agree to something, and if that something is detrimental to others, then it will affect them negatively. If that thing that they did was positive to others, then it will affect them positively. As you know, karma can be manifested either in a good, positive way or in a negative and bad way. The next kind of karma you get is called collective karma. Collective karma is basically when an entire generation decides to do something, and that specific action has a direct effect on the karma of the future generations. So collective karma can work in different ways. So I'm just going to use an example. Let's say one specific generation decides to cut off all the trees in the world. Due to that, the following generation is going to suffer because they're not going to have any trees. That is how collective karma works. It's basically when an entire generation makes specific actions that has repercussions on the following generation. The next type of karma that you get is called cosmic karma. Cosmic karma is basically the karma that is directly linked to your soul. Cosmic karma is different to personal karma. Personal karma is more about your past life and the actions you took in that past life and that you carry with you now, as well as the actions you took in your past in this current life. Regarding cosmic karma, your soul has basically been in existence for eons. Your soul has experienced many different things. The cosmic karma is basically the karma that your soul carries with you, that it has accumulated throughout all your lifetimes. So without actually knowing it, you carry a lot of your karma with you in your aura that has actually been accumulated by your soul in many other past lives. You are able to work through this and you are able to dissolve this karma. However, it is very, very challenging and it takes a lot of dedication. The next type of karma is called merit karma. Merit karma is basically your good karma. This is the karma that comes to you for all the good that you've done in your past life, as well as in this life. So when you see good things happening to you, that is your merit karma playing itself out. The more good things you've done in your past life and in this life, the more merit karma you have and the more good things will come to you. The less good things you've done in your past life and in this life, the less merit karma you have and the less good things will come to you. Very often, merit karma can also manifest as a skill, a trait, or a talent in an individual in this life. And this specific skill, trait, or talent that they have, they can use to further themselves and better themselves in this life. The next kind of karma you get is recompensation karma. So this is basically all the sacrifices that you had to make to yourself to help other people. Recompensation karma is basically good things that come to you because of the sacrifices you made to help others. The more you've had to sacrifice yourself for the good and the happiness of others, the more recompensation karma you actually have. Recompensation karma is basically your gift and your thanks for making sacrifices to yourself for the well-being of another. The next karma you get is redemptive karma. Redemptive karma is basically karma that is focused on one person clearing out another person's karma. A lot of people come into this world with a lot of redemptive karma to help clear out the collective karma. So these are basically light workers in essence, and these are the people that go around and they make everything a lot better, a lot safer, and a lot happier for others. The reason that they help is, but it's because it's actually their karma in this world to help change the world and bring good to the world. The next kind is retributive karma. So let's say, for example, you shot another person in their leg in your former life. Then in this life, you can possibly lose your leg due to this. So retributive karma is basically when you create suffering and pain in another person, you will feel that exact suffering and pain yourself. It's basically the concept of an eye for an eye. Retributive karma can also be manifested in health problems and physical ailments in a person's life. So if you caused pain to another person, especially physical pain, then you will experience retributive karma in a sense, where you will have a physical ailment or you will most likely lose something very valuable to you in terms of your body and your senses. The next type of karma is called attitudinal karma. So this is basically karma that comes to you based on your beliefs and your values. So let's say, for example, you are a racist. Through just holding these racist beliefs and these racist values, you will experience attitudinal karma, where bad things will happen in your life because you hold these values to you. Attitudinal karma can also work in a very good way. So generally, people who have good beliefs and positive values, they can have positive things come to their life and positive things happening to them because their beliefs are good and pure. However, like I said, if you have negative beliefs and values, then you will actually experience karma for that. Attitudinal karma in a negative sense is usually manifested through a physical ailment or physical disease. So that is why so many people get very, very sick the older they get, because it's their attitudinal karma coming back to them. It's all the negative values that they've held onto their entire life, all the negative beliefs that they now basically need to experience the repercussion of. The next karma you get is organic karma. Organic karma is pretty much like attitudinal karma, where it's based on your values and your beliefs. However, organic karma is basically an accumulation of your values and beliefs from your past lives as well. So all the negative things that you've believed in and all the negative values that you had in your past life, you will also experience repercussions for now. That is why a very big teaching in spirituality is having a pure heart, a pure mind, and a pure soul. Because if you have pure heart, pure mind, pure soul, the chances of you reliving karma from your past lives and this life is very slim. Because if you have a pure heart, a pure mind, and a pure soul, you will then lessen your karma in this life, and you'll also lessen your karma in your future coming lives. Spirituality is not just about now and being happy now in this life. Spirituality and spiritual awareness of oneself also includes your future lives and how your karma is going to play out in your future lives. That is why spiritual understanding of oneself is vitally important. It is exceptionally important for the evolution of your soul. The next karma you get is called the karmic treadmill. So this is basically when a person does something negative or something bad and they keep doing it. They don't learn their lesson. So an example of this would be a person who's an alcoholic and who goes drinking and driving regularly. Driving drunk is really, really bad karma for yourself. Now, a karmic treadmill is basically when a person, like for example an alcoholic, keeps drinking, then drives drunk, gets arrested, goes to court, and then repeats this cycle the whole time. A karmic treadmill is basically when a person keeps reliving the same karma because they keep making the same mistakes. The only time that the pattern of the karmic treadmill will stop is when the individual stops making the same mistakes over and over again. Then those bad things won't keep happening to them. Then you also get work karma. So have you ever wondered, when you do something unethical or something bad in your workplace, if it will affect you or if it won't because it's just your job? Well, work karma is actually a thing. So every single bad action you have taken in your past occupations and your past professions, as well as your current occupations and professions in this life, has a direct influence on your karma. So let's say, for example, you're a salesman and you're a ruthless salesman. So it's your job to make money and to bring in money into the company, but you can sometimes have very sly, sneaky tactics you go about making your sales. So sometimes you know a person should not be buying the service or the product that you're trying to sell them, but just because you need to make money, you do it anyway. So you know that person might probably suffer because they're spending money on something they shouldn't, or they're basically just wasting their time. However, you still go ahead with that transaction for your own interest. Here's another example. Say, for example, you're a restaurant manager and there's a policy at the restaurant that all additional extra food that's left over at the end of the night gets thrown in the bin. Now, the thing is, wasting food is exceptionally detrimental on a karmic level. However, just because it's a person's job, they're forced to do that. So they're actually creating their own negative karma for doing these bad things, these negative things in their workplace. Even though when they're doing it, they'll tell themselves, I need to do this for my survival. It's my job. It doesn't matter. But it does matter, and it actually affects you personally when you take that decision. That's why it's very, very important to be very careful about what field of work you get into, because the work that you do is going to be your karma as well. The next kind of karma is called symbolic karma. Symbolic karma is basically when you look at a person's life now, and you can basically see and sum up the kind of person they were in their past life. So symbolic karma basically shows you how a person was in their past life. So if a person has lots of difficulties, they have lots of challenges, and things just don't go well in their life, this is their symbolic karma of how they were a more negative person in the past life that didn't make good decisions. If a person is flourishing in this lifetime, they're an amazing person, they're making great decisions, they're succeeding, they're growing, and they're becoming successful. That is also symbolic karma for the person that they were in their past life. So through that you can see that in their past life they were a pure individual with good intentions that did good, and it's now being reciprocated to them in this life. The second last kind of karma is called communication karma. So have you ever wondered, when you gossip and you speak bad about another person behind their back, if it comes back to you? It actually does. Communication karma is all the words that you have communicated in your life and the karma associated with it. So if you have communicated positive words, you've communicated good things to people, and you've created good things around you through your words, then you'll have good communication karma. If you're a person who gossips about other people behind their back, you speak bad about everything, and you're very, very negative in your communications, you will actually have bad communication karma. And then the last kind of karma you get is relationship karma. So in our past lives, we had specific relationships with people, and these relationship dynamics were different and unique on their own. Whatever happened and whatever went down in our past relationships, we have to now relive that karma in this life. So if you're ever in a relationship with someone and you're going through lots of difficulties in that relationship, it is basically relationship karma. It's because you most likely were already in an interaction with that person in your past life, and you now need to resolve that karma in this life. The people we know never really leave us. They travel with us in each and every life, but they basically just get manifested as different people in every different life. Relationship karma is based on the dynamics of our past relationships with these individuals in our past life. Okay, you guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed my video on the different kinds of karma. If you have anything you'd like to add, please let me know in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see some more spirituality and astrology content, then do subscribe to my channel. Keep well, and I'll see you guys next time.